Alright, I gotta turn on the light. I see. She's like, I'm not sure if I want you touching me like that.
Okay. There's several reasons why her wings could be like that.
Huh?
Her wings are altered.
Yeah.
There's several things it could be.
I was just thinking maybe she had a hunchback. Like a human does?
No.
Oh.
There's, out of all the different reasons, there are two that come to my mind that would make sense.
Okay. I am streaming, so
Yeah,
did you not want to share this?
No, that's fine. The first one is she's relaxed.
Okay.
She's chilling.
Yeah.
Cool. The second one is malnutrition.
Well, that could be. Well, again, she has a very hunchy look to her. So I was wondering if maybe if she didn't have enough weight on her, maybe her wings are heavy.
Well, she doesn't have enough weight on her. I can tell you that already.
So when she stands from the back, she's crooked. One wing is higher than the other.
Oh, yeah.
So I was wondering if maybe she had like
No, there's something,
a spinal issue.
No, there's...
Okay. Because Georgia doesn't stand like that, but she's much older than Georgia. Ooh.
Yeah, but Georgia's always had a good diet, at least since I've had her.
You didn't like that.
No.
Did that hurt? Okay, greetings all. We have a new parrot, so should anybody...
But she could be relaxed from all the cream as well. Because I've been creaming the hell out of her today.
Yeah, but she's been sitting with her wings like that for a while.
I know, my love. That's why I've said the three possibilities, and one of them makes sense.
Hello. Meow.
She'll be fine.
So, I sent the picture to the phone number.
Yeah.
What are you doing? There you go. She's stretching. I was wondering, was doing this to me. But her head was turned, so her shoulders were going with her.
Yeah.
And I found out, because Rachel's like, she doesn't have a cell phone. It's the other kid's cell phone that I was sending stuff to. That's why I kept only getting okay. And then I finally sent the picture and it says, "That's great, thanks. My mom will be very happy." And I realized it was probably the 16-year-old that lives in the house.
Yeah.
Because she said there was a 16-year-old. Oh, you've turned yourself back around. Hi. Yes, I see that. You're doing a head bop. I get it. Yep. Okay. So, let me get my stuff back up here. Alright, greetings all. Shardvixen here. Hey, Feely. You can't see me on Twitch? How come? It says I'm on Twitch. Let me check. Feely says hi, Roger.
Feely.
I'll check it really quick here.
Hang on 1 sec, I'll get right there.
Roger could check it. Roger?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Oh. Because it says I have... No, you can see me. It's since there's too many streamers and the list is long. Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah,
You can see me, but it was hard to find me. That's all right, Feely. You can go over on YouTube. It's always nice to have somebody over on YouTube, too. I didn't know they had my wild rhyme over there on YouTube. Thanks. Okay, so the first order of business, of course, is we're going to talk about more comic books. And I'm going to talk about a book I absolutely love. It's out of date, though. Okay? Again, I own a lot of comic books that technically are out of date. The information in them has changed. So... they no longer... That's all right, Feely. I see they're having a lot of stuff. You're good. You can be over on YouTube. You can be wherever you want. When you say you can't see me on Twitch, it makes me have to check to make sure what's going on. Anyway, so, this one was published. Now, if you're Wolverine, it's a great one to have. There are other newer ones now, but, So, and this was kind of a used book, so. This was published in 2009. Okay, and there's a lot of things that have occurred since 2009. Let's see. I'm going to go and check when the death of Wolverine happened. Well, and just Old Man Logan, the movie, and then Deadpool, the newest one, won't be in here. So the Death of Wolverine was a 2014 comic book. I have some of them. I don't have all of them. Because I didn't have it when it came out. I bought it in a graphic novel, which puts the connection into it. It says that The Death of Wolverine is a 2014 comic book storyline published by Marvel Comics. The story has grown from both Volume 5 and Volume 6 of the Wolverine main series, and also continued with The Hunt for Wolverine and The Return of Wolverine, which I think I have The Return of Wolverine. So I think I might have The Death of Wolverine, so I'm not going to talk about that, but it's not in this book. So there's a lot of information that is no longer in the book. So we're going to just kind of look through the art here and talk about what is in the book, and why I like it. Okay. I like a lot of these kind of books. They're fun to own because they kind of give you a synopsis of the character. They give you a really good in-depth of the character, and if you're a fan, then it's like, yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's great. So, and they feature a lot of stuff in here, and things that when I was talking to you about Wolverine, that I didn't remember as well, so I'll be able to remember them better. So, I'm the best there is at what I do, but what I do best isn't very nice. Absolutely always, that was like a number one statement of his. I have to get my glasses, so I apologize for that. I'm not going to read a whole lot of this, but I'm going to read the foreword by Chris Claremont, who is the well-known writer of X-Men in the 80s to the 90s. I think that he might still be writing it. I couldn't tell you. Let's look that up real quick, because you should he wrote books also. He wrote books, so he's a novelist as well. He is still alive. He's 74 years old. He'll be 75 soon. Let's go to Wikipedia. I like the Wikipedia. He has his own website, should you guys want to go and check out his website. I have some of his books as well. His books. So, let's see. Claremont worked for 16 years on Uncanny X-Men from 1975 to 1991, longer than any other writer, during which he is credited with developing strong female characters as well as introducing complex literary themes into superhero narratives, turning the once underachieving comic into one of Marvel's most popular series. During his tenure, X-Men was the best-selling comic book in the world. So he co-created X-Men characters Rogue, Psylocke, Betsy Braddock, Kitty Pryde, Shadowcat, Phoenix, The Brood, Lockheed, Shire Imperial Guard, Mystic, Destiny, Selene, William Stryker, Lady Mastermind, Emma Frost, Sage, Siren, Jubilee, Rachel Summers, Madeline Pryor, Moria McTaggart, Leandra Niramani, Shadow King, Cannonball, Warpath, Mirage, Wolfsbane, Karma, Cypher, Sabretooth, Empath, Sebastian Shawn, Donald Pierce, Avalanche, Pryor, Legion, Nimrod, Gateway, Strong Guy, Protheus, Mr. Sinister, the Marauders, Purifiers, Captain Britain, Sunspot, Forge, and Gamut. Claremont wrote the stories The Dark Phoenix Saga and Days of Future Past. Days of Future Past is one of my favorite, not so much on The Dark Phoenix, on which he collaborated with John Byrne. Bryan, I think is how you say John Bryan. He developed the character of Wolverine. X-Men #1, the 1991 spin-off X series premiered that Claremont co-wrote with Jim Lee. Jim Lee is still out there. He's an artist, and if you he had an X, but I'm not on X anymore. But he also has, I think, an Instagram, and you can go look at his work, and he talks. X-Men #1 is the best-selling comic book of all time, according to Guinness World Records. In 2015, Claremont and his X-Men collaborator, John Byrne, were entered into the Will Einstein Award of Hall of Fame. Claremont was born in London. We don't need to read about him. I just wanted to read about his comic books. So Claremont initially did not view the comic book industry as a place where he would make his career, as he believed the dwindling readership to be a sign that the industry was dying and found the material being published to be uninteresting. Instead, when he began at Bard College, he did so as a political theorist, studying acting and political theory. That's an interesting combination. And writing novels with the hope of becoming a director. His first professional sale was a prose story. So he went on to write books, though. So I wanted to look up his books that he wrote, because I have a few of them. He did write graphic novels for Star Trek, The Depth of Honor. In 1993, he began writing the 12-issue miniseries Aliens/Predator, Deadliest of Species for Dark Horse Comics. And then he left the X-Men because he had clashes with the editor. So I don't know what it was about, but he just decided to move on, and that's how we started. In 1994, he wrote issues 10 to 13 of Jim Lee's and Brandon Hoy series Wildcats. I have that as well, because it had the people that I liked in it. In 1997, Claremont began writing his creator-owned series, Sovereign 7, which was published for DC Comics, running for 36 issues until 1998. I was looking for his books. So First Flight, that was it. So I have First Flight, I have Grounder, and I have Sundowner, which is all a sci-fi trilogy about a female USAF pilot astronaut, Nicole Sheen. Okay, then he co-wrote the Chronicles of the Shadow War trilogy, Shadow Moon, Shadow Dawn, and Shadow Star with George Lucas, which continued the story of Elorana Donna from the movie Willow. Claremont was a contributor to the Wild Cards anthology series. Claremont made a cameo appearance in the opening scene of 2006 film X-Men: The Last Stand, for which he is credited as the Lawnmower Man. He made a cameo appearance as a congressional committee member alongside fellow comedian comic book writer Len Wein in the early scene of 2014 film X-Men Days of Future Past. Okay, so that gives you a background on Chris Claremont, in case you're interested. You like the 90s version of Sabretooth? It's an interesting thing about Sabretooth. He's had a lot of different things. But let's read the forward. 17 words doesn't seem like much of an overall scheme of things, yet in the case of Wolverine, they represent the essence of my vision of his character. He's come a long way in the 30-plus years since Len Wein created him. He's changed a tremendous amount from the original conception Dave Cockerham and I made him older. We made the ADM claws a part of him. Dave created his distinct facial feature and hair. John Bryan and I broadened the way he functioned within the X-Men as he gradually but somehow inevitably moved more and more center stage. Frank Miller and I took those initial character elements and broadened and deepened them, fulfilling our ambition. Okay, we'll come out in just a minute. I'll be right back, guys, just for a minute.
Hold on, she's been screaming. She's got to come back.
I gotta close this door
Yep.
in case I yell.
Yep. No. Okay. Yeah.
thinking me about. Hi. Alright, I'm sorry. It's very bad to in the middle of my stream, but I needed to talk to somebody because they broke an agreement. Okay, where was I at? They've made him a more dimensional and real character. This is Wolverine, the Logan I choose to remember. I'm sorry, I can't ever pause my stream or mute stuff, so I have to take a break and walk out and deal with life as it comes across. To me, he exemplifies the conflict faced by all X-Men. Only in his case, it's taken to perhaps the ultimate extreme. He faces the age-old conflict between good and evil, but it isn't an external challenge, it's internal. It's a struggle to define his very being as a man, as perhaps a hero. The struggle for him is both to define the goals of his life and then to see if there's a way to achieve them. That's kind of like me. I think that's why I connect with Wolverine, that, and he's just absolutely darling. He's the exact... Wolverine is the exact way I would want a man to be. Because he protects those that need help. The ongoing temptation for him is whether or not to yield to what many refer to as the animal side of his nature, to follow in the footsteps of Sabretooth. There is a part of him that would be very much like to yield to the siren song, but is countered by another part of him that's just as impassionate in its quest to embrace his humanity, who wants to live out his life to its fullest as a man. It's not the easiest of challenges, but it's one that has defined the essence of this man for decades and made him one of the most interesting characters to write, as much to read in the X-Men, if not in publishing. I hope you enjoy this book as much as I enjoyed telling the stories of his life. Okay, so... yeah, but... so I don't have a online persona. I am pretty much... if you met me, Feely Boy, in real life, I am how I talk on my thing. I decided that a long time ago when I created Shardvixen as a as my channel. As when I created it, at first was Grammy Plays Games, and then it became Shardvixen's channel because people were all like, "Oh, you don't act like a grandma. I have a grandma. I don't need a grandma." Blah blah blah. And I can't seem to pull it off to be everybody's mom or everybody's grandparents or whatever. I don't even pull off being somebody's friend well sometimes. So I decided then that I was just going to be me. It was the easiest way to do things. And it's not that I can't act and be something else. I've been in a lot of acting guilds and things like that. I just don't have it. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. I love things that are VTubers, and I like people that act and pretend. So don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with it. That is not me. This is me. Just being me is me. All right, so in this book, one of the reasons I love it, the art is fabulous. We're going to see a lot of great art. The raccoon and the Guardian of the Galaxy is the same kind of medium. Yes. Because there's a sad side to them. There's a lovable side to them. That's what you like best, is me being me. Yeah, well, that's usually the people who come and stick. That's what they like. So that's why I just stay me. Wolverine, Sabretooth is kind of the same way, but Sabretooth is an example of what would happen if you did go to your evil side, whereas Wolverine is more about trying to get to your better side, your good side. So that's why I like him. Things you should know about Wolverine. I would probably read this real quick, in case you didn't know it. Now, this was named after they decided the backstory of Wolverine. So Wolverine's real name is James Howlett, not Logan, which was an alias he adopted after fleeing his family home. Thomas Logan was the groundskeeper on the Howlett estate in Albert, Canada, which we learned last time we did comic books. Number 2, Wolverine is over 100 years old, but his remarkable regenerative powers keep him looking as he did in his early 40s. Number 3, Wolverine's claws are bone, part of his own skeleton, and controlled by the mutant powers. The indestructible element adamantium bounded to his bones enhanced the claws' tensile strength. Number 4, Wolverine is in fact highly intelligent, but when angered, can fall victim to wild berserker rages over which he has no control. And then 5, as a young boy, James Howlett had a friend named Rose, whom he later fell in love with. In a bizarre twist of fate, Rose ended up dying in his arms, accidentally impaled on Wolverine's deadly claws, which is what happened to his mother with his older brother. Okay, so I'm not going to read the story of Wolverine per se. I'm just going to talk about it as I know, because I know what it is. So when they originally created Wolverine, it was to have him fight against Hulk. Len Wein is renowned as the co-creator of Wolverine, as well as the DC Comics horror star Swamp Thing. Len Wein has had an impressive career at both Marvel and DC Comics. So he has written on lots and lots of stuff. This was his original outfit. This is how they had him look. So Wolverine's first appearance was in The Incredible Hulk, number 180, written by Len Wein and drawn by Herb Tripe. In a debut as short as the character himself, Wolverine leaped into the comic's final panel, giving readers a hint of the titanic battle to come between himself, Hulk, and Wendigo. So, then they made, like I had said a while back, they made a animation of Wolverine versus Hulk, which is a really good anime if you get a chance to see it. Wolverine's claws were always intended to be retractable. However, Len Wein never intended for them to be a part of his actual body. Instead, Wein saw the claws as part of Wolverine's gloves, but was overruled by writer Chris Claremont when Wolverine made his way into the X-Men. Claremont thought the natural claws made the character irreplaceable. So in this design here, the claws come out of the gloves, but then they changed that and they came out of his arm. So Wolverine can take a bullet. With a high tolerance to pain, mutant healing ability, has proven that he can shrug off more than his fair share of spent ammunition. But when he was first created, they gave him more agility and speed. So the idea was he could dodge bullets, and then they changed that too. The final bullet Wolverine successfully dodged during his creation was his intended origin. Originally, Wein conceived Wolverine as simply a highly involved version of his animal namesake. However, the notion of taking a woodland creature was soon nixed, and the character was given a more realistic background. Yeah. So he was supposed to be an actual Wolverine that mutant into like a human person. So, all right. So here's the key issue. And I have not that particular one. I have a remake of it. So just so you know, you can get, like, it's another one they remastered. So there was in 1974 that they created the idea of a character from Canada. It says, little man tried to trick Hulk, but Hulk was smarter. Hulk was stronger, and that is why Hulk won. Hulk to a defeated Wolverine. I really liked... So, for me, the story wasn't really all that great or interesting. There's a lot of stuff that goes on it besides Wolverine. But the idea is that they were... It says, Wolverine makes his action-packed debut as he throws himself in between two seeming forces of nature. The Incredible Hulk and the brutal woods beast Wendigo, which I really liked Wendigo. Hulk is one of those characters I liked it better and later. I liked Hulk looks like Pluto. Yeah. So here's Dress to Kill. So here's the X-Men costume that Logan would wear. That's the blue and yellow. And it says, although he's comfortable fighting a ballroom brawl in a leather jacket and jeans, Wolverine nevertheless feels the need to dress for the occasion. Finding a proper uniform helps him to get in the right mindset to do what he does best. This is X-Force, so X-Force started out as a whole different story with different characters in it, and then they changed it. It was the original X-Men became X-Force, and then slowly it was taken over by other, and then they turned it into like a Black Ops kind of story. And he became the leader of that. And then we have this one here, which was after getting his memory back in the House of M Epic, Logan regained his knowledge of all who wronged him in his long story past. So, to Wolverine's way of thinking, it makes sense for him to don his brown and tan costume from yesteryears. That's my favorite costume, is his tan and brown one. So we'll turn this around so you guys can see it a little better. I like how he looks in this piece, this type of art. But I always liked all Wolverine. And there's quite a few different stories about Wolverine, comic books and stuff like that. And they're talking about his costume change over a period of time, of what he went through wearing and not wearing. When he was Patch, he was looking more like 1950s stuff. He does look like Batman, yeah. Well, so about 10 years ago, maybe more, there was a crossover between, not a crossover, but DC and Marvel comic books got together, and they made these heroes that were a combination, and it was Batman and Wolverine that got melted together. So maybe that's where that X-Men, that X-Force idea came from. Welcome to the stream, Cuzwalt. So he has feral senses. He has the adamantium, the claws, which are his. They come out of his fist. They are his. He has the healing factor and physical strength. And we had talked about this before. A Wolverine could be dropped. He's so heavy that you drop him in the water and he drowns. And then he just keeps drowning until you bring him back up, and then he comes back to life. Fighting mad. So, superhuman strength. Besides being a natural-born brawler, Wolverine is also blessed with a degree of superhuman strength alongside his other mutant abilities. When his skeleton was bonded with unbreakable adamantium by the clandestine Weapon X project, his inherent power was increased as well, with the reinforced bones that added about 100 pounds to his already hefty small frame. Wolverine's powerful blows are capable of giving even Marvel's mightiest heavyweights, such as the Incredible Hulk and Colossus, a moment's pause. So this is is a really cool looking kind of concept too, because that reminds me of the Matrix. So I don't know which came first, this one or the other one. So always on top. 5 of Wolverine's unbelievable battles. So it says, despite being unable to breathe underwater, Wolverine once faced down the aquatic villain Tiger Shark and narrowly avoided drowning when his claws became embedded in a coral reef. He later bested the villain in a fierce bout in a helicopter, knocking Tiger Shark into the water below and into the jaws of the villain's hungry namesake. Then number 2, while in China, Wolverine found himself locked in combat with the mysterious White Shadow and Black Shadow, seemingly indestructible energy creatures. Tracking the mystical enigmas back to their lair, Wolverine was finally able to defeat these untouchable manifestations by destroying their host bodies. Number 3, on a mission to destroy the high priest of a secret criminal organization called the Hand, Logan fought his way through hundreds upon hundreds of expert ninjas in search of the villain known as Gorgon. He also had help from his old friend and brilliant martial artist in her own way, Elektra. Now, in some of the other storylines, Elektra and Wolverine get married, they have a daughter, and that was the female version of Wolverine. Also, the Hand, of course, is constantly an issue. for him. While being pursued by a near unbeatable combination of mind-controlled versions of his former X-Men allies, Phoenix, Rogue, Psylocke, as well as the martial artists Jessica Drew, Yukio, and Tiger, Wolverine defeated his brainwashed friends and his own rage with the help of former sidekicks Jubilee and Shadowcat. In Belgium during World War I, he fought for the Canadian cause. Wolverine encountered Lazar, also known as Azrael, the Angel of Death himself. Undaunted by a supernatural opponent, Logan seemingly killed his foe by impaling him through the chest with his own sword. Those are the 5 best battles, they said. I don't know. There's a lot of battles that are kind of cool. Both Wolverine and Sabretooth possess the uncanny mutant power to heal both muscle and skin tissue, an ability that only serves to prolong their violent sketch things. This is a really great picture right there. Especially for someone in love with Wolverine. 10 things Wolverine has survived. Now, someone asked me, and I don't remember what it is. Vin Diesel could have been a good choice, but the age, yeah, he's now too old. It's true. So it says, I got no problem with pain. Me and pain are old friends. So number 1, Logan proved just how bulletproof he was when he received a gunshot in his head. Fighting along the Silver Samurai, Wolverine once had the majority of his skin burnt in an explosion and his adamantium skull partly exposed. I have that comic book. When fighting an anti-hero, the Punisher, Wolverine was run over by a steamroller but still managed to survive. Wolverine's body was sent into shock when Magneto ripped out the adamantium metal containing his skeleton. Logan just barely pulled through that trauma. While partnering with Daredevil and Spider-Man, Logan was shot by a bazooka. After escaping a Japanese prison camp near the end of World War II, Wolverine recovered despite being trapped in a nuclear blast at Hiroshima. Logan was left for dead after being blown up by a bomb by an agent. Wolverine once deliberately set off an explosion in a car he was in so that, as a supposed corpse, he would be carried behind enemy lines unnoticed. Trapped on an asteroid headed for the sun, Logan opened a hatch and exposed himself to the star. Badly burned, he was saved by Phoenix. Caught in an artificial nuclear explosion caused by the villain Nitro, Wolverine's adamantium-enhanced skeleton was forced to heal itself from scratch. Because Walt had asked about those. So, and then we talk about his claws. They're the bone claws and then the regular claws. And they talk about skills. He's got special skills, expert at most unarmed traditional fighting styles, including jiu-jitsu, judo, karate, eskrimian, muay thai, and kali. Master of the samurai sword, master of the bokken, a wooden practice sword, expert with a machete and other wide knives, CIA advanced training in espionage and surveillance, expert with the crossbow, and a crack shot with most types of firearms. So, and he is pretty smart. And then he is very witty. He's a witty person. They made him very witty. They should have stamped loser on your forehead when you were born. I hear you don't like mutants. Well, we don't much like you. A man comes at me with his fist, I'll meet him with fists. But if he pulls on a gun or threatens people I'm protecting, then I got no sympathy for him. Just think how I might have turned out. I might have wound up a pastry chef. We're heroes. We're supposed to stand for something. We're supposed to play by the rules, because if we don't, why should anybody? I'm the best there is at a couple of things in this world, but what we just did ain't one of them. He's talking to somebody. Let's just say I'm a fast healer. I should hate myself when I get like this. Everything goes red. Little girl, are you Spider-Man? Logan, no, darling. Spider-Man is a sissy. And he was always talking about Spider-Man that way. I've done a lot of bad things in my life, more than most folks. But then I've lived a lot longer than most folks. Who won? Must have been me, 'cause I'm still breathing. I leave him with his honor. I got no use for that. Human being's an animal, bub, though most animals probably wouldn't take that as much of a compliment. 90% of accidents happen at home, bub. I know that you're thinking, punk, Question is, can I get Wolverine before he turns me into shish kebab with those claws? He's in perfect condition. I'm not. I figure that makes us even. I lost control. I feel sick. I feel great. Place still smells the same, just cleaner, less bloody, but probably because I haven't been here in so long. Funny thing about this mutant healing factor of mine, it sure doesn't cancel out any of the pain. If you're looking for death, you've come to the right place. He's big and mean, a rogue griever, no more fearsome or deadly creature exists on the earth, except me. Wolverine of Professor X. Thought this was the danger room. Ought to rename it or you could be sued for fake advertising. I'm the best there is at what I do, but what I do best isn't shopping. Maybe I don't like hospitals. Last time I was on an operating table, it didn't turn out so well. Mine will grow back. Yours, on the other hand? Does Wolverine have weaknesses? Well, everybody has weaknesses. So it tells you the 3 things they weakness at. Memories and rage. Logan has always lived a lonely, tortured life. And Wolverine and love. Having lived for over a century, Wolverine has had several lifetimes worth of romance, but nearly every one, long or short, has ended in heartbreak. So he was in love with Phoenix. Which was Jean Grey. She loved him. This is Mariko. After discovering that, this is Yukio. After discovering that his attendant Mariko was married to someone else, Wolverine had a brief flame with Yukio, but the imprevious Daredevil proved too much even for him. But she was one of my favorite characters. And then you have all these different people. There's a brief... Wolverine and Storm once shared a kiss on the battlefield, convinced they were at death's door. However, the relationship never developed beyond strong friendship, except for in alternative comic books. And then he was supposed to get married, but he didn't. And then they have that he had a relationship with another woman. That's where his son comes from, which I think is after this, if I remember right. And these are all his different friends, and also some of them have stories of their own where you can go and read the stories in Wolverine. And we have him as an X-Men, New Avengers, X-Force, Team X, Alpha Flight, and other teams that he was in. He was also on the Avengers. This is X-Force. This is that where I told you they were in the more darker clothing. Wolverine recently joined the covert mutant strike team as their field leader under the overall supervision of the team's founder, Cyclops. Serving on X-Force is second nature to Logan, as their deadly tactics allow him to really cut loose. You can't read the text? Well, I know. I'm just reading it to you. You have to get the book, because, well... partners. We have Spider-Man, the Punisher, Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde is the one that starts off his own limited series, which then creates his series. You got Gamut, you got Ben Grimm, Elektra, Jubilee, Hulk, and Ghost Rider. These are all his enemies. Sabretooth, Lady Deathstrike, Wild Child, Lord Shingen, Shiva, Silver Samurai, Omega Red, Epsilon Red, Bloodscream. I really liked Bloodscream, who was a vampiric... also known as Bloodsport, the vampiric Bloodscream possesses the ability to suck the life force out of his prey merely by touch. This is his son, the son of Logan and his wife, Itsu. Daken was presumed dead by his father when pregnant Itsu was slain by the Winter Soldier. Only years later, when Daken had been conditioned by Romulus to hate his birth father, did Wolverine and his son finally meet. I have a couple of these books. I don't really like that. I don't really like them. They're alright, I guess. I didn't like the Romulus storyline anyway. That's Romulus here, but I didn't really like that storyline. And that was about the time I quit doing comic books, so it was fine. I just didn't... There was a lot of jumping around and problems. Omega Red, though, of course, is one of his ultimate enemies. First appearance, X-Men number 4. He has the power of enhanced strength, speed, endurance, agility, carbonanium, tentacles, mutant death factor, drains life from opponents. And he's got a real hatred for Wolverine, so they kind of go around and around. So this is the life of Wolverine. This is Weapon X picture right here. This is him in the tank. So we have a timeline, right? He was born in the 1800s. And then we read that in Origins. So it talks about Origins in here. It says in... now a young adult, Logan accidentally kills Rose when dog attacks him. He flees into the woods, renouncing his humanity to live as an animal. Resurfing into civilization, Logan begins work for the Hudson Bay Company. Logan meets the Blackfoot tribe and battles a mythical monster called Unsigalia. It is referred to as the skunk bear by them, a name that translates as Wolverine. While in Tokyo, Logan is abducted by a man he later realizes was the master manipulator Romulus. At Romulus' request, Logan encounters Sabretooth for the first time when Creed is attacking a prostitute. Now, see, I didn't like the Romulus story because it changed a whole bunch of Wolverine and history with him and Sabretooth. So, and that's just me. But, I mean, I'm sure they made it work better. Logan stops Creed's attack, and Sabretooth swears payback for Logan's interruption. In the Canadian Rocky Mountains, Logan settles down in a cabin with a native woman named Silver Fox. The two live quiet, happy life until Sabretooth seemingly murders Silver Fox on Logan's birthday. And they say seemingly because there's other short stories that tell you that didn't happen down the road. That she was also part of Weapon X, and they set him up. Logan loses the Inshuri fight with Sabretooth and is left in a pit. There he is manipulated by Romulus and Sabretooth into giving in to his anger. Venturing to Maripu for the first time, Logan has a romantic liaison with the owner of the bar, Sephora. In 1912, Logan is trained in the Canadian covert military camp run by a mysterious man named Hudson. Logan takes a girlfriend, a fellow operative named Janet. His drill sergeant, Silas Burr, then kills her on order from Romulus, sending Logan into an animalistic state. He is retrieved by Sabretooth and Burr, and his healing factor and brainwashing make him forget the event. So, the thing about Romulus, the reason I have an issue with it is because it's like Weapon X all over again. And instead of having better things to talk about Wolverine, they do that, and then Weapon X still comes along later. And so it was like, seems like a hash out for the two of them, but okay. Like a rehashment. Logan fights for Canada in World War in 1915. Mystic and Logan meet in Mexico in 1921. They become lovers, but part ways following a botched bank robbery. As a merchant marine, Logan travels to Shanghai, China, and meets his future mentor, ninja and martial arts Master Ogon. So Master Ogon is the one that is featured in the limited series when he tries to take over Kitty Pryde. Where are we at? Logan journeys to Madripoor in 1932, and he works as an assassin for Sephora. Along with writer Ernest Hemingway and future Alpha Flight member Puck, Logan fights in Spain in 1937 during the Spanish Civil War. On mission in the Soviet Union, Logan meets Natalia Romanoff, the future Black Widow, for the first time and begins to train her. He later murders her father. Back in Japan, Logan trains with Master Ogon, becoming an expert in the martial arts and learning the Japanese language. So in the movie Black Widow, you meet her father and her sister. And then in the Thunderbolts, it's her father, it's the Black Widow father and the Black Widow sister. And then in Marvel Zombies, which season 1 just came out. If you guys haven't season 2, maybe it's season 1. Season 1 just came out on Disney. If you have a chance, go watch it. That one's pretty good. They reintroduced those two characters, the father and the sister. Back in Japan, Logan trains with Master Ogon, becoming an expert in martial arts and learning the Japanese language. Heading back to Mariupol in 1941, Logan meets Captain America for the first time. And then it goes on to tell you more stuff about the timeline. It's a very long timeline. So here's where it starts. And there's where it ends. And it ends with Wolverine takes part in fending off the Earth from the invading horde of Skrulls during the Secret Invasion event. Okay, and then here's Origin, which we already went through last time. With all the wonderful pictures from Origin. Here's Silver Fox. And so here, I think maybe this is my biggest problem with the story that they started. Because it got very choppy. Because they introduced her. And she's in Wolverine 1 as a storyline as well. And then they bring her back. And you find out that she's not who everyone thought she was. And that she is part of the Weapon X program as well. And she becomes part of Hydra. So for me, I thought that was kind of a weird, silly thing to do. But, you know, people like to bring things back. We learn about Sabretooth and his life story. He was tortured by his father. And then he escaped his family. And goes on to be just as cruel, though, as his father. We have World War II, World War I, I mean. We have Mariupol, and this is Sephiroth. All the other characters that were in that time period that he meets. Patch. So in the Wolverine series, you meet him as Patch for a while. Then him in Japan. Okay. She's over there talking to Roger. Okay, she said. We have the Hand, as I said. Wolverine, Logan 2, miniseries. I don't have this one. So you could, you know, what I know of it, I know from here. Black Widow, I have that one. I actually have that as a shirt as well. I like the Black Widow Wolverine concepts. It's a good storyline. World War II, you got kisses? Kisses? You ain't gonna give them to you while I'm watching. Him and Captain America. Shield, Hydra. Wolverine's Cold War. Nuke is an interesting character. Then Weapon X. So prior to, in the 80s, it was just him being unknown and then Weapon X. That's all that was known about his history. This is a very famous Weapon X picture. And this talks about how he became Weapon X. This is another key issue, is Wolverine number 32, when he starts getting memories back. All about his adamantium. How he meets the Native and the return of the Native. And him going wild. Department H, which is in Canada. That's how he meets Alpha Flight. And it's also how he meets the one chick. Alpha Flight 33. Something happened to all my Alpha Flights. They're gone. I had the whole series of Alpha Flights. And they're all gone now. So I'm pretty sure somebody stole them. There's been when my daughter was young, we had some roommates that I think stole my comic books and sold them. I had a boyfriend that did the same thing when I was 18, so it's not like a big thing. Wolverine versus Hulk. And then we have Wolverine and the X-Men. And then it talks about the X-Men members. Talks about Wolverine's X-Men foes. It talks about Wolverine and Jean Grey, as we've already talked about. Talks about Wolverine in the 1970s X-Men. Key issue was the giant size X-Men. We talked about that one. This is Wolverine, 1980s Wolverine X-Men. This is most of the time I collected comic books, the 80s and 90s. I have this one. 1990s Wolverine. I collected those too. I have most of these. I have that one. That's a key issue they're talking about. 2000s Wolverines. I have some of these. I pretty much had quit collecting comic books though by 2000. I have that one. Okay, Wolverine Alone. We have first solo series. I have that one. It's a good storyline. I have that one someplace. I can't find number 2 at the moment. Number 1 at the moment. But I have number 2. Okay, you have the third solo series. I don't have those. I don't think. I don't have. If I do, it's just pieces and parts of them. This is about his one love. So in the 80s, you meet her, and she is like representative of his absolute love. And then of course they kill her off, or change it. The Future Adventures of Wolverine. You have Lady Deathstrike, who I love Lady Deathstrike, but they were kind of weird about where she went. They didn't finish a lot of stories. We have Savage Land. Savage Land's alright. You have the Apocalypse World. I have these ones. I'll pull them out. We'll look at them. And that's an alternative world where Xavier dies because of Legion. And then, this is Magneto's Revenge, where he pulls out the adamantium. That was in the movie too. Well, it wasn't in the movie, but they showed how he controlled it. I have this one. And then Onslaught. I didn't like Onslaught. I didn't like the story. I don't even think I have that many of them. It was a weird thing. We have Elektra and Wolverine. As I said, they get married in a different world and have a baby. This is Wolverine becomes the Apocalypse's one of his horsemen. And this is Death. It talks about that. Brainwashed talks about how he's been brainwashed quite a bit. How he's part of the new Avengers. He was also part of the old Avengers, so at one point. The House of M. I like the storyline for House of M because it's an alternative timeline, and so it's kind of interesting. Here he looks a lot more, though. To me, he looks a lot more like Hugh Jackman. I don't have this comic book. Then we have the Silver Samurai, who they kind of are like friends. Civil War, I don't have much of that. Because that's it with the Avengers. You got the Secret Invasion. And then this is his son, Dakin. You learn about him. You learn about Cyber. Lupin Dreams. And Romulus again. Like I said, I was not over enthused about that. The Death of Sabretooth. Which he comes back. But he was a clone anyway. And we have the Death of Wolverine. Oh, so it is in here. I didn't know if it was or not. I don't think it's the same one, though. Oh, this is not the real death. He dies, and then they send him to hell, and then he comes back. But there's also the other death. Here's the Messiah complex. This is about the little girl, Hope, who's supposed to bring back all the mutants after the House of M. Here's X-23. So X-23 is one of my favorite. She's the clone. I have her comic books. She's the female clone. And Mystic, him and Mystic, how they got along, and then Wolverine in the future. So that's a few Days of Future Past stories. This is the Ultimate Wolverine, which I have in the Ultimate X-Men. Here's all the Wolverine. Here's all the covers that feature Wolverine. There's quite a few of them. See, there's part of his story. There's Origins. There's Fallen Sun. Here's this Kitty Pryde one down here. And then there's the Afterword. Sorry, Wolverine fan. This is a must-have. I'm pretty sure they probably have a more updated version of it, but this one's just as nice. But I'm pretty sure they will have. If they don't have one yet, they'll come out with one. That's usually how that works. But there you go. So I love that. I cherish it. It's one of my favorite ones. And now we're going to do Lego. Let me go get it. I have to move the other bird. Hello. Somebody needs to go to bed, I think. Ah, here we go. Okay, you know that piece I lost last time? I found it. It was way over the other part of the house. It popped over, way over in the other part of the room. Okay, we are on number 7. Number 6? Number 6. We're on number 6. We already opened it because we needed to get the character out. So we're on number 6. I'm pretty sure those go someplace, but I hope everybody's having a good evening. Good evening. Are we all having a good evening? So Saturday, I'm going to try to finish the housewarming gift. I probably won't make it, but I'm hoping to get it finished. So we'll do some of that and some more of the Raven one, which is looking really good. Alright, so the first thing we need is one of the blue ones. One of these. Let's push these over here. Woo! One of those, and then one of these. I think that's the one. Yeah, one of these. And that's going in by the door, so. Is it on this side? Yes. So it's going right here. I wonder if that's the right way. No, that's not the right way. Oh, it might knock my door down because I don't have anything keeping my door down. Oh, you bastard. I know, that's my favorite word. Sorry. Yep, everything's falling apart. All right, let's pull this apart. See, we're starting out good. These ones don't work very well this way. It can't be this one though. It has to be right there. I'm gonna leave it because it has to be there, but it's not showing that it's there. It shows it's right here, but this one is up. So, oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay. I got it. Well, I didn't get it, but I got it better than it was. Okay, let us put our windows back together. Hopefully they'll stay this time. And our door won't stay. Nope. It's supposed to be even with these. Ugh, doesn't want to go down. Stupid fucking... Sorry for the language. See, now this one's crooked too. Why is that? Why is it that way? Why is this one higher than those? It's gonna piss me off. Didn't even notice that. Okay, well. Alright, so this goes down first. That was the problem here. This one goes right here. Something's wrong with that. I gotta look at that. Why is that one that way? Shouldn't be that high. None of they're all crooked. It's really weird. Do I have one too many on there? Oh, let's take that one off. 'Cause I'm telling you, I think that's what the problem here is. Yep, there we go. But I don't know what's going on with this side over here. Did that get... Did I put the wrong ones on? I did. There we go. Haha, haha, I fixed it. Okay, let's try not to make any more mistakes. Because they're getting to a point where it's... If it all falls apart again, I'll never get it put back together. Alright, that was that one. So we need this one. That goes on top of that. Really? Okay. Okay, so we need one of these. Because while I played Forever Skies today, that was pretty fun. T-Minus Mom plays it too. I need two of those. It's another crafting PC game. Crafting, exploring PC game. I'll probably play it tomorrow instead of Final Fantasy, because in November I'm going to restart those. We were talking about how I just like to be me. Oh, look, there's best viewers on blah, blah, blah at 8 p.m., 9G at 1Z. Naigidzu cracks me up, them things. Oh, there's a blurb in my chat. Weird. All of a sudden, a whole bunch of things popped up. Okay, so we are taking this. And we're going to put this one on there. And we're going to put this one on there. And we're going to put this one here. Do two of those. one goes right here. To make that. And then that is going to go right here. Yep. Nope. God damn it. Well, what's that then? It's acting like that one's not supposed to be there. Okay, let's try it again. It goes like that. Haha. I got it. These are stairs. That's why. I was like, what are these? But they're stairs. I figured it out. Yep. So we need one of these. And two of these. Who are these ones? This is it. Yep. Oh, this goes right here. It doesn't want to go right there. Come on. There you go. Makes a rail. It's making a rail. Alright, so now we need 5 of these things. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. 5. Oh, these are weird looking. Oh, there they are. 2 of those. Two of those. 2 of these. Two of those. 8 of the little guys here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. So we're going to keep this. And it goes that way. And they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then we put these on top of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goes here, I guess. 6. And then we put another one of these on top of that. Not like that one. Yeah. Okay, then we put this one on here and this one on top of here. And that one goes on here. Like that. And then, oh, I'm missing one. This one here. Okay, so we have that. That goes up here on the doors. Yay. Just like this. Hopefully that's right. Hopefully it's right. That looks right though. Okay. That's right. Okay. And we need this. And we need one of these. Two of these. And one of those. Are you trying to chew your way out? Because I don't think it's going to work. Pepper. Pepper. She's doing a weird thing over there. Okay, so we want this. And it's going to go this way. And that one's... And this one's going this way. That one's going on here. That one's going right here. Yep. Oops. And this one goes right here. Weird. And then we have a little broom. And then we need we need this. And that. I'm gonna put this and that together. And the broom goes right here. Broom. And this goes right there. The circle ones are such a pain in the ass to get in there. There it goes. Okay. Then we need square. That one.
Good girl.
That one. She was chewing on the bars
Oh.
and sliding her beak across them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think it's a new event for 20 years of being able to stick her head out.
Right. Over, because apparently that was the original cage.
Yep.
And I'm going, the fuck?
Yep. Then also allowing she could get herself out, so.
Yeah, that's never good. Okay.
Well, no, especially if she's a toe eater.
What?
Especially if she's a toe eater.
Oh,
You'd wake up to her chewing on your toes because she got herself out. Okay, so we're gonna. I was looking at this, so we need this one, 2 of these, and then this one. Look, it's a little wrench with a screwdriver on the end. That's a big one too, considering how small they are. And this one goes on this one. And then this one goes right here. Oh, wait till I put that in. I feel like that's not fit there. Says it fits there. Oh, there it goes. Okay, there's that one. And then we have oh yeah, that would be Pepper. Pepper. Pepper just came here yesterday. She's used to seeing outside, so. One of these, 2 of these. I think that's the one. 5? 5, yep. 1 of these. And then 1 of the brown ones, too. Okay, so we have this. And that's the 3rd one we're going to put that on. 1, 2, 3.
You like some? Yeah. Yeah, num-nums.
1, 2, 3.
Mmm. Took it this time.
Yum yum, is she eating?
Yep. Well, she's been. Yeah. Mmm.
She does say that, huh?
Uh-huh.
Mmm. After she eats, funny.
Yeah.
Mmm. That must be what they said to her when she ate.
Yeah.
Because I asked if she wants yum yums.
Mmm.
So we'll know she's eating when she says mmm.
Well, treats. She does that with treats.
1, 2.
I love it.
Yeah?
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
With treats.
Yep, with treats. Mmm.
Birds are so funny. So now we say mmm all the time.
Oh, I am gonna want to boil, get some hard-boiled eggs.
Oh, yeah.
That'll-
We have to get some eggs. I'm going to the store Saturday. I
Okay.
gotta go get Azariel's food.
Okay.
I think it's Saturday. It might be tomorrow. No, it'll be Saturday because I fed the dogs today, right?
Yeah.
So tomorrow no dog food, then Saturday. So Saturday's when I have to feed Azariel. So I have to go get Azariel some food. And I was going to go to the store. So I'll get eggs.
Alright.
So you know an animal's doing well when they eat too. Eat and clean themselves. It's because she loves him so much.
Mind you, I'm pretty sure she hasn't felt this good in a while.
Maybe.
Well, her feathers at least.
Yeah, but I'm just saying because she just loves you, that's all. I need 4 of these. I haven't met anything that doesn't like him. The cat likes him too. People like him. He's like the exact opposite of me. Everything likes him. Nothing likes me. Okay, where are we putting those? Oh, I see. Oh, we're putting that. I didn't see where we're putting that. That's going right here. Okay, that's going right here. Oh, you bastard. Come on. He doesn't want to sit on there. He doesn't want to sit on there. Sat on everything else. Okay, let me see. Yeah. There's no reason for you not to get on there. Let's do it that way then. Nope. That was a bit harder than I thought it was going to be. Just my children. It's the only thing that loves me. Likes me. Oh, and my partner, of course. He likes me. Sure, my mom likes me. Well, my mom loves me, but I don't know if she likes me all that much. I mean, she likes me now, but I'm sure she didn't like me once upon a time. It's hard to like people with mental health issues. Okay, so now we put those in. So now we're working on this. Thank you. So I'll probably play Fallout Sunday. In case you were wondering when I was going to play Fallout. This is going in here. I think it matters how it goes in. See, I don't know why you wouldn't put this in when you put the rest of it in. These don't fit well. See how they don't fit? They don't fit well. There we go. Oh, you bastard. Come on. I can't get that in. Roger? Oh, that's why. It's all coming apart on me. Okay, let's take this out first. No, everything. Stop it. Okay, that's better. Okay, so we need one of those. And there's one of these. One of those. Okay, so if I have to turn this around. Where's that one go? Like that. That one goes like that. There. This one. That one. One. that one goes. Oh, it's another stairs. No, that's not right. Excuse me. That doesn't seem right. Nope. That's not right. Okay. Can't be that way either. I know we're making another stairs, but this goes right here. So 2 of these. Who knew stair building could be so boring? It's not. Just saying. 4. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, that one's there. Then this one goes. Still want to go on straight. What you doing over there? Yum yums. I heard you getting a bath tomorrow. Okay, and then that one. This one goes here. Where's that other one go? Oh, this one goes right here. And this one goes right there. And that one goes on top of that one right here. Ah, much better. Much better. Okay. Now, one of those, one of these, 2 of these, one of these, and one of those. Oh, wait. Ah. Put the wrong one on again. Where'd the other one go? I guess I only need one of those. One of those. There we go. Got those in. How's the build going tonight? It's going. It's going. How are you doing? No, I just looked up from full immersion. No, not full immersion. I just only look at my chat. So imagine where this is at right here. On this side right here is the monitor that shows me what's coming up from this. And then on this side over here is the monitor that has my chat on it. So when I'm looking here, I look there to see what you guys are seeing, and then I look over here. The white bridge makes it look like a yacht. Yeah, it's a pirate ship. Don't. Pirate ship. We'll see how it turns out. If you guys have watched One Piece, then you know what it's supposed to look like. I only chat as much as you guys chat. Sometimes I'll talk to myself. Sometimes I will. But it's hard to talk and do Legos. Can't think of anything to say. You want to start a topic? Well, chit chat topic. Okay, I'm going to try to make a poll this next couple days in Discord. But I'm really thinking, if you guys don't care, maybe we'll play that one game that I wrote up. The, what was it called? Where'd I put it? When it wakes or when it sleeps. That one looks really scary. So maybe that's what we'll do for Halloween. Halloween. How's your Thursday going? For some reason I wanted to say Monday. I know it's not Monday. I know it's not Monday. I know it's Thursday. Next Tuesday, I'll be going down south to Redding, California, to pick up my grandson and drop some stuff off to my sister. We won't be back till Wednesday. If I get back early enough Wednesday, I will do a stream maybe. But otherwise, it'll be Monday and Thursday, which is my normal schedule. Tuesdays and Wednesdays depend on what's going on. Like when my kids go to Hawaii, and if they're gone during a Tuesday and Wednesday, I don't think they are. But if they were, then I would stream because I wouldn't be doing anything with them. I need 4 of these. I just stream when I extra when I have time or feel like playing a game. There's very few games I have that I just play on my own. There it is. I say we're in trouble. I only have 3. There's 4. Okay, so this one goes. Oh, I see. They're going on those, and they're going this way. Okay. Yep. So it's just hard to see my chat sometimes. A lot of people who stream, the chat pops up on their screen, but like it pops up like pretend this is the screen, and it pops up like this. I used to have that a long time ago when I was more professional than I am now. Now I'm not so professional because I'm lucky if I can get the stream to go at all now. Okay, we need one of these that faces that way, and one of these that faces that way. Okay, so is that one? No. That's that one. This goes. Oh, it goes on this side. I got a lot of things I want to do. What the hell? What did I just knock off? Wait, where'd this come from? Oh, right there. Stupid thing is knocking itself over. I had so much problems with this before, keeping these on here. Can't wait till we put some on them. Okay, this goes like this. These two go on here, but they're not wanting to go on there. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Got that. Okay. So I'll probably stream a scary game on November 1st in the evening time. I might do the 31st as well, but November 1st is the Day of the Dead. It's also the end part of All Hallows Eve. So I might do that if I can't get it all in a hallway. And then probably what will happen is I'll play it till we finish the game. I don't know when, but that's what we'll do. Okay, we need this one. Oh, I got that one. And then we need this one. And that one. Oh, I need 2 of these. No, it goes up here. Is that right? No. No, again, it's not right. I don't... It has to be right there. So I must put this one on. Yeah, there we go. It's like nothing else is gonna go the way I want it to. Okay, what's the next one? We need yum 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 yum. One of those, and one of these. And then they're going. Do it again on the other side. Maybe just don't do 2. And then that one goes. That's not right. Huh. Yeah, that's not. Says it's right. But it's not. Oh, there we go. Just not going in, that's all. There we go. I was like, wait a minute, it's not going. Chip's looking good. It's looking like chip, huh? Yep. There you go. Aha. We got it in there now. Thanks, Caswell. It is looking good. Where does that one go? Oh, so one goes here. No. It's right there. Nope, that's not right, is it? Okay, so it's supposed to be this way. Guess that is right. 2, 2, 4. Yep, that's right. Okay, there's that. See, you won't be able to see in there. Seems kind of interesting. 6 of those. So 1, 2. Georgia's saying goodnight. Do you hear her? She talking, huh? Are you trying to get out now? You're rubbing on your beak. Hello. Roger.
All right.
I think you have a bird that wants to say goodnight to you.
Yep.
6:20.
All right.
6:28.
Good night, Georgia.
Cockatiels don't go to bed till almost 8:30, but she likes to be closed up and go to bed early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so where are we putting those? Hush. Why are you barking? Okay, one's gonna go there. Go on there. One's going up here. Okay, then the same thing on the other side, which is there we go. I knew that one wasn't in. I could feel it. I could feel it. I could see it and feel it. Is Pepper a cacatos? She is a scarlet. Cacatos. What's a cacatos? Pepper is a scarlet macabre. They're the rainbow ones, where they start red on their head. They have a big white patch on the side of their face, and it starts out red, and then moves down into yellow and green and blue on the wings, and then her tail's feathers are rainbow red. I'll take a pic. I have some pictures. I'll put it up on the zoo of Roger holding her, so you guys can see it. Okay, we've got 4 of these and 4 of those. 2, 3, 4. It's 4 of those and 4 of those. 4 of those. So we take 1 of these, not this one. We don't need this one yet.
You need to go get her thing.
Did you? I'll do it. Never mind.
What?
Post a picture in the zoo on my channel. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
Philly. If you go look in the zoo.
Yeah, the pictures that you sent me, I put up there.
Yes? What, Pepper? What? Yeah? Eat your peanuts. Peanuts. Maybe you don't like peanuts and we were just told that. Okay, so this goes right here. No, if they would snap in. It goes there. It goes there. A parrot. She considered well, cockatoos are parrots too. They're all parrots. But
She's a New World parrot.
She's a New World parrot. A macaque. A New World parrot.
Yep.
Because she's in South America.
Yes.
Belize is where there's a huge thing down there. Huge.
Well,
They have a research center in Belize, South America. For scarlet macaques. Because they also are very rare birds. They're not quite extinct, but they just are very rare. My anniversary present to my partner was to drive him down to get a bird. But he paid for the cage. So Roger and I have known each other for 9 years, and we've been together for 3 of those. Next year will be 10 years we've known each other. They're the same size, yeah. So Georgia and Pepper are pretty much same size.
Pepper will be just a little bit smaller than Georgia when at full health and everything. Just a little bit smaller. We're talking. God.
But Pepper's older.
Oh yeah, much older. Pepper's got a good 20 years on Georgia.
Yep, so that's how that is. I hate these circle ones. I don't like the circle ones. They're hard to get on here. Don't know what the secret is for them. I don't feel like they stick well either.
Did you try Pepper? Oh yeah, try that one. No?
She eating out of the other dishes?
Try that.
Maybe she's really sick of peanuts after 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
So that one worked better.
No.
No?
No. She was gonna go for. She was trying to get to the chunk.
To the what?
She's going for my hand.
Oh.
Taste.
Peanut.
Treat.
Yum yums. Yum yums.
Yum yum.
That's what I call them to
Peanut.
Georgia. I call them yum yums. I cannot get these on here. Okay,
No,
I'm
you
just
don't
gonna
want
put
them, huh?
She don't want your treats. She'll get her own treats, thank you. That's not gonna go on here right.
How's that taste?
There it is. Well, apparently it's so she likes it.
You like it? Okay, it's over here. You have an entire bowl dedicated to treats.
He's trying to teach her how to eat out of a treat bowl rather than her other bowls. Well, she hasn't gone down to those bowls. Not really.
No, she hasn't at all.
So maybe she just doesn't like going down. I don't know. Roger's over here doing his bird whispering. Give Roger something to do for a while. Bring her back to health. And she'll be friendly with her. What's his other one? What is that? Wait, this is the wrong one.
Because if they can get along, I can buy one of those big double cages and we can save a lot of money and space.
Oh, yeah. Also be easier to hide them later on. Till we move. Okay. And then we have these 4. And they get stickers on them.
No. Yeah, young ones over there. Yeah. Hey, leave it. Stop. Bad.
It's getting bitey.
Bad. No, Gage. Bad. Stop.
She's been chewing on it.
No. Pepper. Stop. Bad pepper. Bad pepper.
Oh, great. And then she'll learn to say that. Okay, so.
Good girl.
Oh, I see. They're going on top of that.
You're being such a good girl. Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are.
I don't know which way it would go. So these were 12 and these were 10. Okay, so this one is 10 goes on this one. And then 12 goes on this one.
That good? Yeah.
10 goes on this one.
Any food I can get into that bird is good food.
Huh?
Any food I can get into that bird right now is good food.
Yeah. It's popped off again.
Yeah. Is that good?
I don't like these ones. That's because that's not in there very good. That's why. Okay, so there's that. I don't know how they're supposed to go. They look funky to me. So we'll just leave them that way. Somebody else can fix them. Somebody else, as in Roger, can fix them. Alright, so we are... I don't know what these are. Oh, those are... That's the figurine. They go with his. Okay. And then these were our extras, which we're going to stick over there. Alright, so that's it for number 6. We're going to open up number 7. We're probably not going to get through all of 7. Because I was going to do my journaling. So I wanted to show you what was going in my journal. Oh, these look weird. Woo. Mask, maybe? I don't know. Oh, I gotta pull this one out. It's another wanted poster. I thought I already had one. I did. Why would I have 2 of them? But, okay. Quality control here. Okay, so to 9. I don't know what these are. I'm gonna put them over here for now. Plus, I don't know what that means. Okay, so we need that. That one? Nope. This one. Okay, we gotta turn this around. So we need 2 of these. Two of these. That one. Okay, there's that. And this one goes on top of that. And this one's going over here. How does that go? Oh, that's going over. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So this one's going this way. There we go. There we go. So we got one this way. And then we have one that way. And that goes. Okay, there we go. That one. This one. And 2 of these. There you go. Okay, that's not the same one. I need 2 of those. Okay, that's that. That one. That one. This one. And then 2 of these. 1. 2. Where's that go? Okay, this one goes here. That one goes there. When I stream tomorrow, I might have to take a short break to take my sister down to meet her boyfriend. So I may just pause it and put on Boo and me playing a game, because that'll totally take up the time. Two of those. One of these. And two of those. Okay, so that goes that way, and this way. Oh no, okay, this one goes this way. Alright, now where does that go? Oh, that goes up here. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we have three of those. One, I think. Yep. Need two more of those. There we go. Or one more of them. I didn't need two more, I needed one more. Yeah. Okay, there's that. And we need four of these. 2, 3, 4, and then 4 of those. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. Do, 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 do. I think Guyver UK is streaming right now. Let's see real quick who's all streaming. Yep, Guyver UK and James Autumn. James Autumn is playing Disney Dreamlight. My daughter loves that game. I played it for a little while. Okay. These are going across there. No. We skip one, put one there. We skip one, put one there. We skip one, put one there. So then we need this one, and then the shorter ones. I've got this experiment I got going on with the crows in the neighborhood. When I ride my bicycle, I feed them. I'm missing one. I don't know where it's at. I do not see it. Okay. It's hiding. That would suck. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. There we go. It's our banister. I'll show it to you guys. Alright, so there's our banister. See? Okay, we need 2 of these. Where'd that one go? I need 2 of them. Okay, so can't find this one.
What you looking at, buddy? What you looking at, buddy?
Maybe there's something at the door. Let me use these 2 little pieces. That one. 1. so go like that. Okay, so and those go right here. Okay, well, I'm going to call it quits here. We're on this one. So I will turn it over, and that's where we'll pick up on next Thursday. We'll pick that up. We'll do that. So now I'm going to work on some journal stuff. I got to move this, so it'll be just a minute. My back is bothering me, so my back has been bothering me since I had to clean and move stuff. You can't get. Oh, there's your hair standing on, feathers standing on it. I swear, birds and their feathers. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out what I made my things for. Actually, first I'm gonna talk about. So, one of the things that people tell me all the time is that they don't know how to get started in journaling, and I've showed you some ways to start journaling, but let's talk about one of the most important things that is important in making journals. Paper. Paper is an important thing. Now, you saw how in my journal here, I took a book. I'm going to show you how to make a journal from scratch as well, but this is how you take a book. You can take a magazine. You can take whatever you want as long as it has on. There it goes. Okay. I must have kicked it. I must have hit it. There it goes. Can you hear me now? Hello? 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 Hello?
All right, Pepper.
Time to go to sleep, Pepper.
It's
Except I'll be talking, so it won't be
You know,
thing. Okay.
it's just to get her to calm down and get used to.
I know.
So,
She's coming to tell you what she thinks about that.
yeah, I know.
Good night.
Night.
Good night, Pepper.
Good night, Pepper.
Good night, Pepper. She says you know the word. Good night.
Good night.
Bye, Pepper. She said bye, Pepper. Good night. All right. Billy Boy says good night. So, you can go to Pepper. Only Pepper's going to bed. You can go to Barnes & Nobles. This is where I get mine. But you can probably get them online if you don't like to go out. This one is called Paper Love. And it says, discover a world of creativity with stunning fantasy-inspired paper. Okay. This is made by a different company than the one I usually use. My daughter bought this for me. Welcome to the Enchanted Kingdom, where the magic and the romance of fantasy realms come to life with a paper collection. perfect for creating, crafting, and sharing. Within this book, you'll find detachable pages showcasing exciting fantasy-themed artwork, from vintage illustrations, bold yet delicate patterns to inspired designs of various artists, from a variety of artists. We're going to look and see if it actually says the artist or if it's more AI stuff. As you journey through the curated pages, you'll uncover an elegant assortment of elements for a variety of art and crafting projects, an array of delightful ready-made paper items like bookmarks, gift tags, wall art, and more. Whether you're writing a note, wrapping a gift, or adding a fantasy style to your home decor, there are endless possibilities to bring excitement. So, they give you ideas of how to use it, but there's also ways to use it in your journaling, as we talked about before. So you could use this. Now, here's the thing. You could use this cover right here as a start for a journal for you. What you would do is you would measure this right here. Measure this part of it. And then you would get a cardboard piece of paper, cardboard, and you could do two things to it. You could take this cover after you take your pages out of it. You could take this cover and attach it directly to the cardboard. Let it dry, and then you could take this part right here, okay, and glue it to a flat piece of cardboard and this part, and you would have a new spined book. So you could do that. You could also just sew it into the thing, like I did on mine. Yes, honey?
Where's that paper where that woman, her old owner, wrote stuff down on?
It's underneath that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. I just want to look things over.
Okay. So, that's because, see, you've got this cover right here, this beautiful paper right here you could use. I tend to just rip this whole page out, the cover. I take the cover out, too. I tear the whole book apart because I'll use this. I can use this as a cut it out, do whatever I want to it. Okay. Same thing here is I would take this page out. Now, the problem I have with these books, and I'm going to say it again, is that they print on both sides. That drives me nuts. I would cut this out right here. Right here. I'd take this whole page out. And then I would cut along here with my little scissors. And then I'd have a window. And I could do whatever I wanted with the window. Because you can use this side of the paper too. And then so that's the idea. Is you can use this. Here's the side. You can use this as journal paper. You can make envelopes with it. I could cut it out, pull it out. Use my template for making envelopes. Or just make an envelope. Because I can make an envelope. Let me see if I can find this paper here. Hang on a second. I'll get a piece of paper.
Okay.
Alright, so you take a piece of paper. A couple ways you can make an envelope. But you can make an envelope very easily. Like that. And then you fold this page over like that. And then you fold this page over like this. And then you're going to cut that. And then you glue these sides down, and you'll glue this side down, and then you'll take this side, fold it up, and you can do it without those there. And see, you fold it, you can do it like that, or I do it this way. You glue those down, okay? Now you have a pocket, see? And a double pocket if you want, because you can glue this one directly like that. You can also, if envelopes are something you were thinking you might like to do in your journal, you can take, I'll show you real quick here. This is just an example. You can buy an envelope to do it as well, make a template out of it. Okay. Pull that apart. So here's an envelope. Now, what you do is you carefully peel this part off. And then you carefully peel this part off. And now you have your template for your paper. See? If you're like, well, that one's too big, I didn't really want it that big, then put it back together for a minute, fold it over. I would always keep that part, but, and then pick a spot where you think you might like it. Cut that. And now you have a template. All you have to remember is that when you make the template, you want this part here to be on this side too. If it really bugs you, you can always do it like this. See how that works, and just use that part right there, and that will give you that template that you want. If you want, you can pull it out a little bit so you have that flap right here, so that when it closes up, you have the round edge when you make your template. So that's how you make a template. See, now you've got a smaller envelope that you can use as well. It's not like it's hard to do. I like to leave these windows in if I'm going to make a template, because you could cut it out from your piece of paper you're using, and then you've got where when you put the envelope into your journal, you could put it this way instead. With the flaps, you don't need the flaps, but you can have that picture thing in there if you wanted. So, alright, so then you can make, the issue with these here is that if they've got lines on them, I tend to use them in envelopes because I want, so let's show you another way, another thing you can do. Let's pull this one out. Okay, we're going to fold it. In a three-fold. That's probably not the best three-fold, but let's just say it is. Let's pretend it is the best three-fold that you've ever seen in your life. Now, you could take your, you can take another junk mail and get it. Now, in this case, I'm not saving the envelope to make a template. I'm going to cut it like this. Okay. And then you take your paper, which has the writing, the lines on the other side, and you stick it like that, and that gives you this way of putting the pictures that you want in it. And then I would put it maybe like this in my book. Again, though, you could cut it. You can even cut it if it's got lines on it. Cut it in half, you know, just cut right down the middle, make it in half. Make a smaller envelope, like this one, right? Put it in there, just like this. Okay, like that. Or what I would do is I would trim this to the size I wanted it, and I would glue it to this, like this. Not because I might use this for something else. I would glue it like that so that when then I would follow all the folds that are in your, all the folds that are in the envelope, and I would glue the envelope directly like this, so that it would pull out, like it would close up this way and close this way, and you can see the image here, and then you pull it out, and there's your writing. I mean, I could show you on this one if you wanted to see it. If it's better to see a visual, because for some of these people it's better to see a visual. So I'm gonna cut this part off, because this part has to come off from doing that. See if I find me a different paper. Come back this one. Let's use this one. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this way. Let's close this because I don't want the glue to go everywhere. I'm gonna figure out where I want it to go on here. You can do the bigger papers too. See? Nope, don't like that one. How about this side? I'd really like to get some of those flowers in there. Maybe that way, but then I wouldn't have my color. No, this is not centered well as far as I'm concerned. Nope. Okay, well, we don't have much choice because I want those flowers in there, but I want it centered. Okay, I would cover up all this too. There's ways to do it. It's like wrapping a paper. Alright, so we're gonna glue this. So you would only buy, you don't have to buy paper, okay? You could literally just do this with any paper. It does not have to have, you could paint your own paper. I share some stuff to paint. You could paint the paper and then do this. It doesn't really matter. Get that, at least that flower in there maybe. Yeah. Okay, and then you're gonna push this down. You're gonna see wherever you might not have gotten glue on it. Okay. Then you're gonna cut it out. Then that'd be perfect. Hello. That's where hello comes from. It's whenever a phone rings. Goodbye. Hello. Okay. Okay, so and then it would be up to you whether you want this top part to come off. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Alright, then you take the scrap pieces for those things I showed you how to do. But now you're going to fold it exactly where the fold goes. Okay? So you saw the fold right here. And then you fold this one right there. And then you would put this just like that. You would glue this side, because you're not going to glue that side. You glue this side just like that into your book. So when you open it up, you have this paper that you can draw on, you can write on. You can do it with the lined paper too, it doesn't matter. But it's just so a way that you can keep it. You put a paper clip up there if you want. You can glue, you could bend it a little bit like this. So, okay, it's glued like that now, and you'll be able to pop that back up and just stick your envelope sneak it in there and close it. It's up to you how you want to do it. But that's how paper is used. Now, you could do it also where you don't have this part right here. Okay, you don't care about it, and you could just open it like this. You would glue it straight down on there, and then you would pull it up this way. I think it's a waste because you can use this, show this paper off. There's a couple different ways you can do this. Thanks, honey.
Yep.
More on my shoulder. But the other thing that is like, well, can I cover that ugly? Can I cover this ugly part? And you can. So you do it the same way. Is you put this like that, right? You want to cut if you want to keep if you want to keep that window, you just glue it up to here, and then you come up here and you do the same thing, and then you make your sides. I usually do, because I'm pretty bad at this, I usually do sides first because then I can overlap it. Let's see if we find another one to do that with. Maybe there's another flower one. Okay, so it's not quite a flower one, but let's do this one. So I can show you. I can use this part here for the flower one if I want. So you can glue it like that. And do the same thing on this side. You could cut it right there if you wanted. It wouldn't matter. Really, it's up to you how you want to do it. But we're just covering up our ugly envelope here. Just do it like that. Okay. So now that's covered on that side. So then you can take these. Like this. You could have done it the other way, done these first and then put those down, because then you wouldn't have to put the flaps down so far if you didn't want to. But I just want to show you what you could do with a book, with a book thing. I'm gonna guesstimate this. I would have done it with a different I always overlap it because you can cut it later. And it's easier to cut it when you do it that way. This is also a good opportunity to add other things to it if you wanted. I'll just put this in my book. If you do it this way, though, I would assume that if you're not going to fold it up, because I mean, you're going to fold it, but you're not going to glue it on any major side. I would probably leave it as an envelope at this point in time. I would just fold it, cut it. I've got some edges here I want to cut, because they're sloppy edges, of course. So let's see. gonna have to glue it again. You could use your cutter board too, if you had one. Now, when I first started rejournaling, I was like, so I want to do this as an art form on my channels, and I went, and there was so much stuff out there, because before I used to use paper bags, and I'm gonna make a paper bag journal that another lady shared on YouTube that I thought was kind of cool. I learned it a different way, but I thought I'd make one the way she showed it, because it makes it a bigger bag, bigger book. Okay, so there you go. So now I've got this one on here, right? I no longer have, now I've got a couple choices, because I no longer have really ugly. I think I want to trim this part though. I don't really like that one. So I'm going to put it on my this one's coming off, so let's fix that one real quick. So then we have, so there we go. See, we have this thing we have created. We could leave it like this. I could leave it like this. Yes, we put thing on to look at it like that. I could leave it like that. I could just glue this part here and make it so it comes open so you can see it. Or you could just use it as an envelope. I mean, it's up to you how you want to do it. You could cover this. I'd cover that one too, probably. And I didn't spend a whole lot of time on this, because you could get very elaborate with these. Like I said, I could cut out that window right there. And I didn't glue that completely down on that side there because of the fact that the window, but you could leave it like that. Okay, leave it open like that, and then you could add stuff to it. See, then you have another, it's another little booklet. It depends on how creative you are, really. That's all it is. It's how creative are you? What do you want from your, I could put this in here. Like, look, I have the scrap paper now. I could stick my scrap paper in there. To be used in my journal at another time. Now, I have, and I didn't bring them in, I bought plastic templates for envelope making because I wanted to make my own envelope journals. So I have that ability. So now we're going to put this in my journal. I have stickers, so I'd probably put sticker right there. I don't have a sticker handy. I don't think. Let's see if I have a handy sticker. I don't think so. I think my stickers are all up there. I have a lot of journal cards I could put in there too. So I have, like, you know, my journal cards we made. Remember we made these journal cards? So I could stick these in here too. Just like that. So you can do that. I could color it, as we all know, with my brilliant different colors I have. It is totally up to you how you want to do it. Now, I'm going to go back to the book for a moment, and then I'm going to show you what I was going to do with mine. Well, maybe I'll move on to that, and we'll go back to the book. It's not on this side. So, the flip the journal. So, I made a flip journal because I had two different images. Wait, I could put a Wolverine sticker over there if I wanted. See, it's X23 and Wolverine. I don't know if I have. Let's see, this is trying to come up. Washi tape is like my bane. For me, washi tape never stays stuck. No matter how much no matter what I put on it, it just doesn't want to stay stuck, and it annoys me. Annoys me. I was looking to see if I had more stickers, but I don't. All right, so what I wanted to show you with this is what we had talked about last week. I am gonna make. I was gonna sew it, but I remembered the other thing I wanted to do with it, as I wanted to show you how to make a hidden paper clip. So we're gonna do that. Let's make a hidden paper clip. With some of this paper. So we're going to take a big paper clip. We're going to take that. Okay, so you fold your paper up, whatever paper you want. We can look for another. Here's this paper. This paper is pretty cool. Okay, you fold it in half. Then you're going to glue your paper clip on it. Okay, no matter how you glue it. Probably want to use a nice tough glue, but because you're going to put other things on it. Oh, does it not want to come out? Did you get stuck in there? It's been a while since I used my glue, guys. I use the Fat Tex. I have other glue someplace. That's not gonna work. I don't know where I cleaned everything up, so maybe we won't do this. Yep, nope. Not coming out. And this one is not one I can fix. I don't want to use my paper clip because I'm going to show you how to use the. Let's see if I have anything. Oh, I do. I have huge problems with glue. Let's see if that'll work. Nope. Is it coming out? Come on. Nope. Because the other glue won't work. This glue won't work for paper clips. You have to have a nice strong glue to work. If it's glued all the way down, then it might be. Come off then. Aha! I got it open. Oh yeah, there's a big old ball of glue right there. constant event for me in glue. Okay, let's see if we can get it back on now. Aha, there it goes. Okay, so then you have to put it on folded or your paper clip's gonna get really thing. Then you want another piece of paper. That covers up the paper clip. Okay. I love making these. I don't always make really pretty ones, but I do enjoy making them because they're very effective. So you're going to come back here and do the same thing now. Oh, you don't have to glue the paper clip down. You only have to glue it on one side. You do need to make sure it's straight though. Then you think about, you get to decorate it. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to glue that. I don't need that for that. Glue that. I don't, on the back you don't need as many if you don't want them. What you can, I do is this, is I'm gonna cut like that. You need to go at least the length of the paper clip. After that, however long you want to go is going to be completely up to you. Since I want that green to show up a little bit, I'm going to cut it like that. Then I'm going to take not that one, maybe this one. Again, could also do it like this, but I like that print of whatever on it. So I think I want to, I like that picture right there. I've seen people embroider these. They embroidery things that they put on their paper clips. All up to you. Again, how you want to do it. Oh, I got both sides, so that's cool. Let's do that. I don't know if the other side is, but it doesn't matter. One side is better than no side. You can put stickers on it. You can put ribbon on it. You can put washi tape on it. So I'm going to double it up. I can share some of the people that I get ideas from. This is not my own idea. I got this from a lady I was watching quite a while back, but I'm sure I could find her. Okay. Now, you gotta let it dry before you can use it, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna not do that because I want to show you it before we go back to looking at some more stuff. And like I said, then you could put other things in there. Okay. I'm going to pull out what I'm going to put in there too. This is the family tree of my grandparents. take a picture of it as well, though. It's not old. It was just printed on parchment paper. So it's not old. It's just that was the look they wanted to do. But my grandmother also, I got a diary of hers that had pictures in it that she drew. So I'm going to print them out and put them in this journal. Now, I told you before, I don't care a lot of times that the fact that this is extra here. But you could, if you wanted it to be nicer, you could sew this or do whatever you want with it. I don't care. I just needed something to put these in. I'm hoping they'll fit. If not, I'll have to trim it. I don't need it to be that big. Ah, there it goes. So, like, the oldest date on this is 1819. I had some problems there. Okay, my thing is not working well, my microphone. So just be aware of that. So we're going to put this one in here. Remember, I showed you guys I made this, and this was the reason I made it. I specifically made it for this. So I could have that. So then when I flip the page, there's my grandmother, it's my mother. Says when she was, this was done a while ago because it says where she was married, but it does not say anything else about her children or something. My grandfather died in 1988. My grandmother died in 2004, 3 months before my son was born. Okay, so then I made that. Let me get my clip. Where'd it go? Where'd my paper clip go? Because I was going to show you guys. Oh, right here. So here's the paper clip we made. Then what you do, because I have an upside down flippy journal, right? You have to open it like that, and then you put it in like this, and the paper clip holds it. So even if I turn my journal upside down, they won't fall out, right? Because the upside down, this is the other side of my journal, remember? It also, I'm going to put stuff in it that has to do with me or whatever. I have pictures I have to go through here. I have pictures. These are like pictures of my family and I when I was a kid. These are my grandparents. So I want to put these in this journal. And then when I die, I told my kids they can bury it. So, and they can let people know, you know, where it's at. But here's, again, this doesn't bother me. Now, if I was making the journal for somebody else, I would make these smaller so that they all fit in the paper, in the book. But to get back to what the original concept was, we were going to go through this book. So I also want to show you one more last thing after that. But so that's, if you buy some of these, it's a good way to start giving inspirations to your, you know, what you want to make in your journal. So like I have roses in my journal, so I could use this paper in my journal. I'm doing the crow thing. This is an actual envelope though. Do you see the, you could use this as a template and make more. You wouldn't, you could put this, trace it out on a cardboard, and then you would have your template for it. I just happen to like that picture. Oh, look at this one. That one's cool too. I'd probably cut these out. Or I could use it in that. I don't know if I have room for a envelope in my, I don't know if I have room for my envelope. It's almost purple and black, so maybe I'll put that aside and we'll see if we can get that done. So here's another one. Has a rose on one side. I don't know that I like that, but could be used in my journal with my roses. So I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to take this. You're going to go to the big tool shop during the weekend and get some workshop materials. Yeah, that'll be fun. So I'm going to put this in my journal to see if I want to use it. Here's some more. So this could be used
Thank you, bud. Push on the door, make sure it's closed.
on my other picture. So I'm going to put it over here on my raven picture. But then there's all these other ones here. So here's the same picture. Thanks. Here's the same picture as this paper turned into an envelope. Right? Again, you can use those for whatever you want. I'd probably put this in my journal as well. Because I like crows, so I put crows and ravens in my journal. Okay. Here's the dragon one. Okay. Remember I said about the bobby pins? Here's your stickers. Right? So you could have these stickers, and you can just pull it out. And you can use these stickers on your thing. I'm going to use these stickers here on our picture we're making. Okay. Then they've got cards. These are postcards. I use these in journals. I give them to people to put in their journals. So this is some pretty cool looking pictures. That one's kind of nice. There's paper. Now, here's my problem. I've got this beautiful picture on this side, but then I've got this paper on that side. Hopefully, I don't like that paper, so I'm lucky. Or here's another. I know this is a very famous picture. This is King Arthur. This is from a King Arthur book I had. I'm pretty sure. See? Then here's a Guinevere's crown. Again, if it's on this side, I can't use these pictures. That's Venus, though. I don't know why they think that's enchanted, but sure. It's a very sad picture of Venus. There's that snake. It's not a very cool looking snake, though. It's got a choppy look to it. I'm thinking some of this is AI art, which then makes it you don't want to buy the AI. They were mini posters is what they called them. So here's a rose again. That's cool. That would be good for an enchanted. So I could put that one up there. There's a skull. So if I had this before, I would have used this in that picture that I was making the homecoming, because this is a pretty cool picture. I might see about drawing a smaller picture of this, or taking a picture and making it smaller, which I could do on the computer. That might be cool. So I'm going to pull it out. I just thought you'd like to see how my thought process goes for building projects. I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to color this, and I'm going to put it in my journal. I like that one. So I'm going to put these in here because I don't want them sliding down the back side of my desk. Then we've got these. These are the small versions of the paper that they shared. It has a very AI look to it. I like that one. What's the other side? Ooh, those are nice. Wrong color though. We're not doing blues, we're doing purple, so that's purple. I'd have to think about that. I don't know, would you guys like to watch me draw another picture of a skull? Maybe next Thursday? Trying to get that stuff done. Okay, so then these are the bookmarks that also follow the same patterns of the pictures that are thing. I find you need to take these out as soon as possible because they pop out, see? There's a castle. I like this one. I'm going to take this one out and cut some pictures out of it. So you could buy the book. They have there's like 6 or 7 of those books. Oh, look, Roses and Keys. Those are my favorite things. I have keys I've stashed away to make a key journal. I haven't decided how I'm making it yet. I might just make a key poster. It's getting to the point where I just like making the posters and not making the whole journal. But if somebody wanted a key journal, I'd definitely go with it. See, there's stickers. The keys. I like this paper, which is, again, I know it's to save cost, but as a scrapbooker, mixed media person, I'd want the back of the paper as well as the front of the paper. You can build your own castle. That's kind of cool. I think I'm going to put that one in mine. Maybe build a castle with stickers. That'd be fun. On the back of those pages. It's a little dragon. This seems to be their favorite. I just take this out because my stickers go someplace else. They don't stay in the books. I like this green. I'm not using the green. I'm using my daughter's. This is nice color picture. But I would have preferred it if it's this, like this paper, and then not that on the back. It could have been a colored, like this colored paper, it would be fine. So this solid color on the back would be fine because it wouldn't matter if I covered it up. But it bothers me it's covered up. This is a very famous set of animal pictures. Okay, so then we have, this is wrapping paper in here. I don't wrap. I don't wrap. Stickers go in the sticker bin. Yes, I have a sticker bin. But which wrapping paper is it? Oh, it's all of them. That's cool. So you have wrapping paper. I'm going to be making wrapping paper. If anybody wants some. Then we have these. These are just things that you can put this on your paper clips if you wanted. They just pop out. So see, they're just the same colors of things. And we have this one. I like this paper though. Again, I don't like that they put it on the back of that. There's that again. There's letters. You can't really, it's very hard to use these letters. I'll tell you that right now. You'd be better off to take a picture of it, put it in your PC, pull it up on a Photoshop, and cut them out individually that way. It is just difficult to use them. But you could. If you're into cutting, I like this paper though. I might cut some of those out. I don't know. Wrong colors. I try to stick to my colors. Moss are nice. Okay, these are, it's funny if they put this on here. More wrapping paper. So these are address stickers. Since most people do not mail stuff. I'm kind of angry about this too. Oh, so these are this one. And look, the roses, because we loved them so. These are strips of stickers. These are strips of stickers. Oh, but so uncool. I could maybe use the back of this after I took the stickers off. I do like stickers though. They're nice. These are tags. Again. For gifts. So these are gift tags that you could use. I think what I would do is glue the two together and just use them as decorations. I wouldn't use them as gift tags. Here's your... I have a lot of stickers. I have a lot of stickers. I have a whole bin of stickers. This is nice, but it's too heavy. It's a cardstock. This would make a good... could make a journal with it. I got this book. My daughter bought this book for me at Barnes & Nobles. I am sure that you could get it online, though. Michael's doesn't sell paper books. There's a unicorn. I have that unicorn in another book. Let's pull that one out. Put it in here. So you buy this book. I have this one, and then I've got this one. I've had 5 of these books so far. First, it just started out as regular paper with abstract, and people loved them so much that now you can get them. This is a Once Upon a Time, and these have just, I shared these before. They're just fabulous. I was going to take this one out, though. These are postcards again. I don't use them as postcards. I coat the back of them and use them as journal cards. But these two are going in my journal. I love the hedgehog. He's cute. Here's another unicorn. Let's take this one out too. I'm not going to use it for that. That one I'd probably use for my daughter. She likes fairies. I want this unicorn out of here. What I was saying earlier is the book has instructions. No, it does not have instructions for it. It is literally just, if you know what to do with paper craft, it's just for you to do paper craft with any kind of paper craft. But it's designed for stationery, writing, envelopes for sending letters. That's kind of cool though. I like those. I'm going to put that in my other daughter's journal. But if you do your own writing in your journal, like you like to write instead of draw, then these are cool for that. But these are postcards. But you can use them. So even though this has a line here, you literally could put stickers on here and then write about the sticker and then put them as your card in your journal. It would work just as well as anything else. I'm going back to the other one here real quick. But I wanted to show you that both of these I got. And I had 3 other ones. Whenever something comes up that I think I can use, that I'll be able to use the paper for, somebody gets me one. This will go for my daughter too. So this one's called Paper Love. Design support by all images are from Shutterstock or Creative Commons. Used under license. I am thinking that a lot of these were AI though, which kind of bums me out. I don't really have anything against using AI. It's just that if another artist had already used these and then AI came in and copied them, that's the problem. So what they did is they went, I don't know if they paid the artist for them. They might have, but sometimes they pay really cheaply. So somebody will say, oh, can we use your thing? And, you only get like because they'll flat out pay you before. So let's say they sell, this one was sold for $30. If you can get them on sale though. So if you just look for them, you can usually get them on sale, or you can find them on Amazon for much cheaper than this. But I'll use the cover too. I'll cut this cover up. I'll cut all this out. I'll cut this out. I'll cut this out. I'll cut pieces of this out. I used the whole thing. I scrapped the whole thing. But it's a good way to start. What you can do, though, as I was saying, is you can use these covers, this cover, and this spine to start your own journal. So here's another one. You can cut this part off. I had flipped through this earlier with you guys, but these are small little cards that can be used for journaling. I swear that's Tinkerbell, or a version thereof. See, more envelopes. But there's a nice poster you could put in. Here's another one. These are envelopes. More stickers. Oh look, there's a unicorn sticker. Let's pull this one out then. And I'll probably use the anyway, I'm going to make some copies of my grandmother's artwork. And I'm going to put them in my other thing that I had. This is going in there. But remember what I said, you make those hidden paper clips and you can use your stickers for those. I might make some more of those. They're good for holding shit in your journal. I will see if I can get Paper Outposts, one of her videos, posted in Discord. She shows how to start out. That's a beautiful picture there. Again, though, you got another one on the other side, so what would be the point? These are frames. We show you how to pop these out and use them as frames. Or just put them in. I like this one. This one reminds me, though, of a picture of a lady that was selling pictures. So, like, this is somebody I know here in Eugene makes stuff like this. Though she could be copying them, or they could be copying her. At this rate, you never know when you're a small artist who's copying what. Oh, there's a fox. So let's pull this one out. I do not like the color of those roses, but I might. I don't like the gold in the back, but I might pull those out. Except, look, so we have this image is here, and then we've got the roses on the back. But I'm going to pull them out and color them anyway. Put them in my journal. And this one, too. I'm going to cut out the foxes. These are little witches. That'd be cute for when we made those witches, animal witches that I made. Good ideas are good ideas. Everybody pops up with them. So these are good because you cut these out and then you place them in your journal. So many pages, yeah. I'm telling you, you could start a whole thing. Look, these ones are invitations. If I wanted to have a party, I love this side. This side's so cute. Oh, look at them. I'm gonna pull this one out. They're cute. Look at them. They're little witches. Cute little witches. You cut right along this bottom line here. There, it's supposed to go like that. So there's a section, there's a section, there's a section. Got some stuff to play with, that's for sure. I wouldn't use them as, I don't like that they put invitation on them. Because if they just left them blank, you could have used them in your journal as a journaling card. But, I mean, I might cover that since I like that uniform. But they're fairies. And I'm going to put the little witches in my daughter's thing. This is cool. I like this picture right here. Nice idea. And here's a coloring page with another back on it. Here's another coloring page with another back. There. Yeah. Coloring pages with the backs on them drive me nuts. Those are pretty. Again, with flowers on the back. If I made a paper book, it wouldn't look like this though. Those are kind of cool with the skeleton. And then we're gonna have letters and numbers. This is nice though. There's that picture again. I really like that picture. It just has a feel though of an AI even on Shutter. I think in Shutterstock they do a lot of AI. These are you cut these out and you can put them on. There's more letters. So this one I wouldn't use really. I mean, this is more just put them on. These ones you cut them out and you could use them. I'm telling you, you take a picture of it, you pull it up into I collect AI. No, you can. There's some good. If you want some, there's a couple of really good AI art programs that you can use. But you have to remember the problem with AI is that the people who set them up, the program pulls it off the internet, and nobody gets paid or recognized for their work. No, I don't. It'd be nice if people always recognized you for your work. Like they said, I'm using this. It comes from this person. They said it was okay. That would be fine. But with so many people who spend a lot of time doing artwork, it's kind of rude to steal their stuff. And I get it. I mean, AI is fun, but it's not fair if you're stealing work from somebody else that wants to make money from it too. I think these are stickers as well. And then here's the little animal stickers. I don't think it's going away though. No matter how much people complain about it, I just don't think that's going to change. See, now these I'd make into journal cards. They're not the best journal cards. These would be better. Or these ones. See? It says dear, but you could just write to whomever. I don't like... The only problem I have with these books, and I'm going to tell you right now, is the fact that they put these things in here. I don't need these things in here. I would have preferred to do my own. Because then I can use the... I love that. I could use the paper however I want. The bad thing is if you bought this book, you made a journal, and then you sold the journal, right? And you made more money off of it than the artist they stole this from. You do, Feely. That's cool. I've made paper mache. Like these would be great for paper mache too. And they're great for mixed media. I swear that too looks like very much. But maybe there's an artist out there that does that. Again, don't like these because it doesn't allow you to use it how you want. But it is a good way to start journaling if you wanted some ideas on how to do it. These ones, I don't know if it says who they got them from. Images, Claire. So these ones they say are made by Claire Stevenson, Claudia Walensky, Tim Lambert, and Shutterstock. No part of this publication may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form by any means without prior permission from Deck Chair Press. So in that case, you can't take a picture of this and send it to a friend, because that would be against their thing. Also means I can't look at a picture, let's say this one here, and redraw it and then print it out. Which makes no sense because now they've told you you've create and craft with, but they don't want you reproducing it. That's confusing. Yeah, it is confusing. There's a lot of art books that are like that. A lot of these books will tell you can't reproduce it. Okay, so that means I can't copy it, is what they're saying. You can't copy any of the images in here. And then you can't take a picture like I told you to do, where you could take a picture and pull it into your GIMP and redo things to it and then print it out. You can't do that. Well, you could do it, but you can't sell it. It's for your own personal use. That is it. This is for your own personal use. But that's not how that people end up using them. I see them in journals all the time. So it's kind of interesting that they make that comment. Why sell paper then if you can't use it? All right, well, that's it for tonight, guys. I will be back tomorrow afternoon. I think I'm going to play some more Forever Skies because I kind of like the game, at least the story mode of it. What if it was torn out of a book and it never then existed? That's true too. Oh, I was going to show you. So I bought a new book, guys. Here's my new book I made. Jelly Arts Printmaker's Handbook. So this book is sold by Jelly. You can probably get it someplace else. And the person in it goes through and explains to you how to do everything for the gel plating. So questions that you guys had asked me and stuff, it's all in here. Everything. It's a brayer, not a rolly thing. I can call it a rolly thing if I want. And then she talks about what to buy, what not to buy, how she as a person started doing printmaking and all the different things. I like wet pools, but she talks about how to make different things. I know all about color palettes, but it's a really great book if you guys were thinking about you'd like to get into playing with a jelly plate. Now, what I wanted to read to you really quick, more gel plate, yes. What I wanted to read to you very quickly was you do not have to buy a gel plate. I told you guys that before. So here's the thing. It says, leading off my list of must-have supplies is a gel plate. She uses mostly gel plates from Jelly Arts, okay? Which is like me, I have those. But it says, you don't have to use one of those, okay? You can make your own, like I want to do. I want to make some more. It says, many artists make their own gel plates, which can be a great budget-friendly option. If you're up for the process, homemade plates work well and give you control over size and texture. Others have found that silicone baking mats can give you the same. So you can get a silica baking mat. I don't know how much those. I have one. I don't know off the top of my head how much they cost. Okay, hang on a second here. I lost my. Do my mouse really quick. But you could do that instead. I think there goes my mouse. My mouse pad. You could do that instead of a jelly plate, because the cost of a jelly plate is very pricey. I don't know if I can get it now. Okay, well, maybe it'll let me do this. I'll come up here. Silicone baking making mat. I think it's a baking mat. Because I have one for baking mat, yeah. And I shared that. Lady had talked about that. So you can get a baking mat at Walmart for $8. And you could do the same thing as you do on your gel plate. And I shared in my Discord a lady who shows you how to do that with a silicone baking mat. Hobby Lobby has them for $2. I don't shop Hobby Lobby, but I have one. The one I have was $10. I don't use it for painting. I use it for my glue guns. But you could get one of those and some paint and start painting. And then, so that being said, but then I got this, and after I finish some other stuff, I'm going to go back to making stuff on here. And I'm going to go through this book slowly and surely, and we're going to try them. I'm not going to try her projects. I'm just going to try my own projects, but, we're going to go through them slowly and surely. But yeah, I wanted to share with you on that I got that. But I also wanted to share with you the story about how Jelly Arts came about. And I lost the paper on it. So Jelly Arts came about because this lady was introduced to homemade gel plate. And she wasn't an artist. And she watched her friend do it, pull a couple of prints, and then her friend let her do them. And she was just flabbergasted by it and enjoyed it. Yeah, it's because my plate dries a little faster than it should. It's going to get cooler, so I'm hoping that's going to be all right. It's very sticky too, I think, just because it's a new plate. So I'm probably going to have to play around with it for a while. and see how that works. But remember, nothing for me ever works right the first time. It always takes a while for me to get it to work. And that's just me. I can't do a DIY. I will, like I said, try to share some stuff from Paper Outpost tonight. If you guys want to look at it, that's a good way to. She's got a good way of starting how to make the ferment, whatever it's called, the stuff they use in journals. I can't say the word very well. I have to hear it to say it. But anyway, so I'm going to go. I will see who there is to raid. If anyone. We could go chat with one more dab, or we can just watch fishes today. I think we'll just watch the fishies today, maybe. Or Azariel. I'm going to make some new Azariel stuff. Anyway, so I will catch you all on the flip side. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Peace. Greetings all, Shardvixen here. And here is Azariel, moving around, being very active. She thinks there's food today. Today is not a feeding day. I have to clean her cage. Can I have this? Thank you. So, as a behavioralist, one of the things you learn is that human beings put feelings on animals. That's not to say animals don't have feelings. Animals definitely have feelings. I mean, we know that they can fear. We know, based on behavior, they feel fear, they feel anger, happiness, or contentment, and love, which also, dislike or like in that aspect. Azariel, though, I'm pretty sure she doesn't like me touching her, so I'm going to touch her again. I've already touched her once. She's like, why are you touching me? Hang on. Let's see if I can get her to come back this way. Hey, come here. See? So I can hold her. It's not her preference, though. She doesn't. Her preference is not to be held. So that you should always kind of pay attention to your critter's behavior. If a critter is trying to get away from you, they probably don't like you touching them. She doesn't turn around and attack me. Though she will try to bite me, but I'm pretty sure she's trying to eat me to see if I'm tasting me to see if I'm something that she can eat. It's not feeding day for her today. So I have to clean her tank out later on. But I thought you might want to watch her. People are always on my Twitch and my Discord. We nicknamed her Azariel the Water Dragon. They are always asking me how she's doing. How is Azariel doing? How is the Water Dragon doing? She's doing much better now. So, but, it's an interesting animal. Because people are like, they get confused. Because symbolizations for humans is really one of those things. And the axolotl looks like it's happy. But it's just the shape of its mouth. It's not always happy. Contentment. I wouldn't know if Azariel was happy. I would know if Azariel was sick. I would know that if she was interested in her environment like she's doing right now. I knew that she didn't want to be touched, though she's not overly aggressive about being touched. We do have to touch her if we're cleaning her tank and taking her out. We don't use a net or anything because that can hurt her. But for the most part, Azariel is just there. Contemplating who knows what, huh? What are you thinking about? Okay, there she goes. She does not encourage being touched at all. I've seen other axolotls that people have touched that seek out touch. Again, that is because every animal, like every human, is different. And they all have their preferences, what they like and what they don't like.
I've known dogs that really don't like being held by other people except their owners, or touched by anybody else but their owners. Let's see if we can move this back this way a little bit. We're on the move. We're on the move. I'm not the best video person. I'm on the move. Alright. So here in Springfield, we got a warning for a geomagnetic storm G5. Which my partner informed me is a solar flare. So, internet might get wonky through the weekend, might not, you know. So, I'm still sorting card stuff, recycled stuff, picture stuff. I wanted to show you this really cool thing. So, these are these weird cutouts that you buy. Remember the word I can't say. Whatever. The using paper stuff that you throw away in your journals. So these are cutouts. Let me see if I find one. Like this. So this cutout, see? And then this is the shape of it down here, which is a popular one for tags. So I can now make my own tags. I have my own little thing to use. Pretty cool. I love it when you can upcycle something like that. But so I don't know how much longer I'll be making talking videos. My fibromyalgia and my brain processing issues are causing me to lose my words. I can think the word, and I'm also losing track sometimes when I talk. Now, I'll be 60 next year, so, I mean, it's a good chance my brain's old. And it's ADHD brain, so maybe this is how an ADHD brain with a processing issue, maybe this is how it ages. But I'm not sure how much longer my videos will have conversation in them. I'll probably always stream videos, and I'll probably always make journals and flip-throughs because I enjoy those. Everything I do because I enjoy it. It's such a nice picture of her backside. You can see her gills really well. You see her ridge. I'm sorry she's not really an active axolotl. Don't have many active creatures. But anyway, so because of that, sometimes I can't talk. It's going to drive me nuts because I won't remember how to say the ephemeral stuff, but maybe it'll come back to me at night, because that's usually when it comes back, in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh, that's how you say that. So I know how to spell it. I know what it is. It's that PH. M-A-R-E-P-H. I'm sorry, E-P-H. M-A-R-A, I think. I did a whole video on it, so I like this. Sorry, shiny. Well, I don't know what I'd use it for, but I like it. So I'll probably keep that one. I like this. I painted. This is a color method of using Kool-Aid. Turned out really nice. I was also going to tell you, if you wanted to make tea dye teas, you don't have to just use old old teas to tea dye. You can use old tea bags, because tea gets old and you're not supposed to keep it around if it gets old. You're not supposed to drink it. It loses its potency. So you can take teas maybe nobody ever opened, or somebody gifted them to you, or something like that, and soak those, and you'll get vibrant colors. You'll get stronger colors than you will from the old tea bags that you use, or reused tea bags that you upcycle. And then if you make paper like I do, you can dry out the tea bags, cut the inside out, and use the flowery bits inside to be put on your paper. So that's always kind of cool.